Wake up, America! We're in the midst of a liberal coup for socialism. Prior preparation. 1. Make the poor dependent on the government. 2. Allow 12 million illegals into the country. 3. Control the mainstream media. 4. Use fraudulent votes to position liberal government. The war is real, and it has begun. Read this. Right-wingers, instead of wanting to start your little fantasy civil war, why don't you make education free? Because it seems like some of y'all really need some edumacation right now. Good evening. It is July 4th, 2039, and the minority-majority shift is almost complete. With the country shifting into being 52% Hispanic and Latino, the stock market is on the verge of crashing. And in major news, conservative Republicans have stormed the Capitol for the second time after Donald Trump Jr. was not re-elected president. Just as they did on January 6th, 2021, only this time they were successful. It is estimated that over 1.2 million conservatives were involved in overthrowing the government, including podcasters Joe Rogan, Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, and that dude that used to sell those uncomfortable pillows. He was reported being pushed in a wheelchair by former rapper Kanye West. DC is now fully occupied, no one can come in, and no one can get out. Ladies and gentlemen, it breaks my heart to say this, but the second civil war in the United States has officially begun. Want to talk about a fantasy that they believe in? Those people dream of that kind of shit. And some of them are hoping that a civil war starts so they can, knock off a couple leftists like me. Funny thing is, these people think that we don't own guns. Joke's about to be on them. If there was another civil war, it'll be Antifa, snowflakes, and BLM against ex-military country boys, hunters, and bikers. That'll be an hour we'll never get back. See, they think we're wimps with no weapons. Right-wingers, let me tell y'all something. I know more leftists and liberals with guns than I know conservatives with guns. What makes y'all think liberals don't have guns? Just because they want to make it hard for lunatics to get them? My father-in-law, redneck from Kentucky, has a whole box full of rifles, shotguns, pistols. Mega liberal. What fantasy world do y'all live in? Oh, I know. The utopia of contradictions. In the event of a civil war, I'm not afraid of 81 million Biden votes. Most of them are dead and don't exist, and the rest don't even know what gender they are. We get it, conservatives. You haven't found your sexuality yet. You'll get there eventually, little ones. I promise. But I want to go back to most of them are dead and don't exist. I know you believe everything Donald Jessica Trump tells you, but the dead don't vote. This isn't the making of a George A. Romero film, okay? And 2, if we're gonna talk about the dead, you know who died the most during the pandemic in that election? Take a wild guess. And I promise you, it ain't leftists. It's Republicans. And you know why? Because they didn't believe in the pandemic. And you know why? Because they were lied to and thought the vaccine is bullshit.
And you know why?
Because they believe their little cult leader. Because these people are in a cult. The second civil war might be brief. Ooh, look at that big fella there with his cute little leather jacket and his gimp-style gloves. What a macho man. Macho man, yeah. Revolution. Shame on all the cowards who do nothing as our country burns. I actually have nothing for this, man. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, and frankly, I don't give a f***. It's just revolution. It's funny as shit. Forget the Civil War, man. You motherfuckers need schooling. Trump wins. Civil War.
What the f***?
Alright, don't lie. You motherfuckers actually wanted that to happen, didn't you? Trump winning and starting a civil war? Y'all wanted that to happen. Y'all off to that, don't you? Unaliving leftist liberal scum? I bet y'all get wet dreams about that. They were not the slave-holding villains the Yankees claim. They were freedom-loving heroes. The Civil War was fought because of slavery and freeing human beings. These guys that you're praising opposed freeing human beings. So where the are you getting this freedom-loving heroes dog shit? These fought to keep humans enslaved to do their dirty work while they were getting blown by their favorite slave mistress. And here, my friends, we have a fictitious battle map of what these people think would happen in the United States if a second civil war would occur. I mean, look at this beauty. The time and the effort is splendid, actually. I gotta give them an A at least for effort and creativity, but fortunately, this will never happen. See, these people are very, very dumb, thinking that this could even have a potential of happening. They believe the areas in red are inhabited with a massive amount of people, when in reality, there are more people in these two concentrated areas of the land, New York City and LA, than in 50% of all the red area. They did this exact same in the 2020 election, where they were confused how Trump lost because they see so much red in the United States and so little blue. How did Donald Trump lose if most of the country is red? Because land doesn't vote, people do. Here's the most simplistic way that I can show you visually. What I was promised, what ended up happening. It's about to be a show happening with the Republican Party, and let me tell y'all, man, I can't wait. And it's all because of that orange McStick, like my friend Dan likes to say. Him, DeSantis, and a bunch of other Republicans are about to duke it out on the internet, and probably in the primaries too. And let me tell y'all, this Trump is the beginning of the end of the grand old party, and I'm here for it. It'll be great, watch. Takes a bullet to the head for freeing black slaves, called a racist by BLM. What the f*** are you talking about? He was a racist. 90% of people in that time were racist. Lincoln literally said, and I quote, "If I could end the Civil War and not free the slaves, I would." He literally forced slaves to join the Union Army to put their life on the line for a country that hates them. For a promise that ended up like a fart in the wind. A empty promise. So don't defend this He did a couple of good things, but I'm not gonna defend the racist he said. 2022 ain't Wait until 2023 pops off. With the Civil War and y'all gun haters have to defend your houses with a spatula and a dildo. I'm kinda hoping you guys actually think that, like, legitimately. The Civil War starts and y'all are in the front line expecting a bunch of leftists with pink hair, in one hand a double-sided dildo, and in the other hand, that dope-ass spatula from the Rachel Ray collection. But what y'all actually gonna get are a bunch of educated, logical, rational human beings. Groups filled with all kinds of cultures, ideas, fundamentals. It'll be incredible. And what do y'all have? Cletus with a gun collection and a middle school education? Yeah. Good luck with that one. You wanna see where these people reside? Then travel with me into the utopia of contradictions right here, my friends. And if you can, please support the channel on Patreon. That would mean the world to me. I will leave those links right here and in the description below. Come talk politics with us every single day. I hope to see you there. If you do join, make sure you check your email for your private Discord link. Happy New Year, my friends. Subscribe for weekly leftist videos, and I am out.